So it's just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm down in Bonchurch on the Isle of Wight, just going past East Dene. Going to do a quick loop down into Monk's Bay, then probably along up to Shore Road, and then around through Bonchurch village, past Bonchurch Pond, and back to my little car that's parked there, as you can see. Look at her, isn't she lovely? That's Flea, obviously, as you know, if you're a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, do please subscribe. We're on 1,030 subscribers as of now, which is marvellous. I do like this little bench, little mini bench, gives a lovely view over the sea. It's going to get very windy down here, so I apologise in advance if the wind noise gets too much. This is a walk I used to do several times daily when I was younger, doing bird watching. I do love these big old well wooded gardens, really good for migrant birds. There's the old church. One of my two favourite churchyards in Bonchurch. Might go up to the one directly above us in a minute. Well, not in a minute, when I come back from the loop. But I do love this one. Little tiny church. Lovely little churchyard. Another lovely couple of benches in the sun. Lots of lovely flowers. Some wood anemones, lesser celandines, Spanish bluebells, daffodils, and I think that's herb robert, is it, the pink? If there's any botanists out there, you can tell me if I gave you a good enough view of it. Right, let's go down into Monk's Bay. I haven't got very long, so it's going to have to be a quick loop. There's East Dene. I'm not even sure I'm going to get through down the bottom here from Monk's Bay going back towards Shore Road. High tide was at midday, and it's a good hour and a half, I think, beyond high tide now, so I might be lucky. Partly depends on how much erosion there's been in Monk's Bay itself, if there's been any fresh erosion. We'll see in a minute. So I think the landslip, which had a major, really massive landslip a couple of months ago, I think that's all stabilised relatively speaking since then. So don't think there's been much more subsidence there. Leeson Road is still closed, which is above us up there. They tell us, the Isle of Wight Council and Island Roads tell us they're monitoring the situation, which could mean anything really. There's a slight concern that Leeson Road may go the same way as Undercliff Drive, by which I mean there's no real technical solution to retaining the road, which would be quite problematic for Ventnor, having lost Undercliff Drive, which is the main route towards kind of Knighton and the Military Road. We run the risk of losing the main link between Ventnor and Shanklin, which wouldn't be good, because the road going through Wroxall's Wroxall, that's right. The road going through Wroxall's a right mess at the moment. There's potholes because the road hasn't been maintained properly by the council or Island Roads, so it's all a bit of a mess. Now it's carrying a lot more traffic. So it's a road in a very poor condition that's carrying most of the traffic out of Ventnor, which they can't go and repair the road because it's got so much traffic on it now. It's a crazy situation. That's what happens when you neglect the road network, as the Isle of Wight Council has. So I can definitely get through down there, which is good. So might as well go down this way. So the sea is a lot calmer now, which is nice. It's a very loud wren. For some reason I left my binoculars up in the car. Do love Monk's Bay. One of my favourite spots. Real storm beach, this one. So I'm not going to bother to try and walk along there because I'll just get soaking wet. So the sea here is really, really muddy. It's absolutely full of mud from the landslip, which is literally just around the corner here. So my assumption has been that this horrible fence line here, temporary fencing, was put in because of this stuff. I can't remember the name of. Is it hogweed? No, it's not hogweed. I can't remember the name of it now, but it's an invasive weedy species, not native. And I assume they put this fence line in when they were treating that weed with herbicides. Well, that was years and years ago, and it's just been abandoned, this fencing. I assume this is another Isle of Wight Council Island Roads abandoned project. Quite how they can do this, I don't know. It's one of the most neglectful councils I've ever come across. Probably was Island Roads that should have done the job. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? There's lots of debris on the beach from the landslip. There's no ground movement down here, so the rock armour, the coastal defences here are doing their job very well in Monks Bay. Although just along here there's been a bit of erosion at the base of the well, where the wall ends along here. Let's have a look, see what it's like. Lots and lots of cuttlefish, bones, lots of happy budgerigars, I should imagine. Old crab pots, kayaks. So yeah, there's not much of this section of path left. I'm going to build it up again because it's how the boat gets in and out. Although there is a slipway there. Do love turbulent seas on the south coast of the island. Probably going to get inundated by a wave in a minute. Probably get very wet. a bigger one coming, maybe. Hey. Great stuff. Bonchurch pottery, just along here actually. That's one along. Used to be a lovely little cafe down here, but there's Bonchurch pottery. Really could do with a cafe along here. Although if you carry on walking up there, you get to the Seapot Cafe in Wheelers Bay, which is one of my favourites. I'm not going to go that way, I'm going to go up Shore Road. Alright, let's go back up into the village now. So do tell me in the comment section if you used to get adverts on my videos, because now I've gone past 1,000 subscribers. It means I get a cut of the money that the advertisers pay for putting those adverts onto the videos, so I get a very small income, a few tens of pence per 1,000 views, but I'm not sure if those videos were already being put on my, those adverts were already being put on my videos or not quite sure how it works. So were you seeing adverts on my videos before I got to 1,000 subscribers, I suppose is the question. Tell me in the comment section below. Or have you only now started to see adverts? And what do you think about the adverts you're seeing? So hopefully you can just press the skip button and get straight to the video rather than having to watch adverts. But I do get a small percentage cut of what those advertisers pay YouTube or Google AdSense, which is helpful. Helps me to save up for things like a gimbal, so that you're not seeing me bobbing up and down all the time when I'm walking like I am now. God, it's turned out to be a cracking day. It's lovely and warm out of the breeze. Shore Road car park, Bonchurch Village Green. Lovely penstemons. These are great flowers, great plants, but they're not very good for bees. Bees just ignore them, which is a real shame. There's a bee on one. It's a honeybee, is it? Just to prove me wrong. Where is it? There it is. So they don't completely ignore them, clearly. They're just not that popular. They are very nice though. Nice little flowers. They put up with the salt spray, which is always a good thing. Anyway, yeah, tell me if you mind having these adverts placed on the videos. I don't think I can avoid them. It's just what Google does. Google obviously owns YouTube, and Google is paid by advertisers to put adverts on videos. So that's why you're seeing the videos. It's how Google makes money from the YouTube platform, which is basically free for you to watch and me to upload videos onto. Not sure what these yellow flowers are coming up. So it's a member of the pea family, so it's a shrub. It'll be a Mediterranean species, because Mediterranean shrubs do really well here. It's scented, has a scent which is nice. Yeah, let me know if you know what it is. And it's being visited by honeybees. Perennial wallflower, I know what you are. Triechium. Lovely view up onto the, is that Bonchurch Down or Luckham Down? Luckham Down, I think. Some of the best chalk grassland in Europe. Well worth a visit later in the summer. Well, from May onwards, really. More wallflowers. There's a Ventnor radar station, radar towers up there, you can see. Tell me what you think about my video creation technique, which is basically minimal effort. I just walk around videoing and then upload and bind them all together, the different video clips, using CapCut, which is a free bit of software. So I could put a lot more effort into this. I think it works. Tell me what you think though, should I? Is there any way I can improve the videos that will be worthwhile from your point of view as somebody who's watching them? I don't want to get all geeky about it, because just as I'm not a photographer, I'm definitely not a video creation enthusiast. I just like to walk around and talk and take videos, basically. Minimal effort. But let me know if there's areas in which I could make more effort, and I'll endeavour to do so. Lovely sheltered around here. Don't know how bad the wind noise is going to be on this video. It's pretty windy down in the bay. What a lovely view. Just have to say a massive thank you for a couple more people that have bought me a coffee on buymeacoffee.com. Incredibly generous, and thank you so much. It means a lot to me, and it helps me keep these videos coming. I do need caffeine. Yeah, there's a link to that in the description below if you want to make a donation, but it's very much appreciated. Yeah, and do subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. Right, we're just coming down to Bonchurch Village Ponds now, which has had a bit of a haircut. Some of the trees around it have had a bit of a haircut. There was a kingfisher, well, there's always a kingfisher here throughout the winter, so it's good to see they've left at least some perches for the kingfisher. It likes to get under these trees on branches overhanging the water that it can fish from. They don't nest here, but they always spend the winter here, kingfishers. Cut the willow there, which is a shame really. There's an awful lot of fish, which is all very well if you're into big carp. The trouble with these big fish is they eat all the oxygenating plants, so there are no oxygenators left in the water. You know, pearled pondweed and Canadian pondweed, that kind of stuff. They eat all of those and they churn up the bottom because they're bottom feeders. So you get this soupy water, which basically means you don't get the frogs and the newts and that kind of stuff that you would get if there weren't these massive fish in here. And it means the water's deoxygenated in summer, which is not healthy at all for anything that tries to live in these ponds. So it's a shame to see these massive fish in this pond. They did clear it all out, I think in the 90s, the late 1990s maybe. They cleared out the pond and relined it and did plant a load of native oxygenating plants in the water, but they've all been eaten by the fish. Native fish are good, so minnows and sticklebacks will be good. But you always get somebody coming in at the dead of night and putting the bigger fish in, which just is no good for the pond at all. Haven't seen the terrapins lately. They're probably basking on a rock or submerged trunk somewhere. Partially submerged trunk. Kingfisher often gets up in this corner. It probably will be gone by now. Gone back to wherever it's nesting, on a riverbank somewhere. Nice little boggy end that was created as part of that pond restoration project when they relined the pond. This is where the kingfisher really likes it, because the shallower water is good for catching little fish. I suppose that's one benefit of having small fish in here, is the kingfisher has something to eat. Right, almost so back up at East Dene now. We're parked in the car. Gonna have a quick look in the big churchyard, because it's lovely in there, especially in spring when all the wildflowers are up and out. Don't think you can see that writing very well. Oh well. Yet another section of wall has collapsed. Absolutely gorgeous in here. Really good spot for red squirrels. Lovely wild churchyard. Try and stick to the path. Lovely celandine and primroses. Right, it's going to head back down to Flea now, my little car. Thank you for watching. There's going to be another video towards the end of this one, a link to another video which you might wish to watch. Thank you for watching this one, and like I said before, do subscribe if you've not already subscribed, and like the video if you like it. Drop a comment in the comments section if there's any other areas in the Undercliff or elsewhere on the Isle of Wight you'd like me to catch some video of. I can do that easily enough. Just let me know. Gonna head back down into Ventnor Bay, I think. Grab a coffee. Subsidised by supporters on buymeacoffee.com, for which I thank you again. Can never have too much coffee in my book. There's East Dene again. And there's Flea.